Hi, thanks for joining us for WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. It is Monday. I almost said a different day. I don't know what day I was going to say, but it's Monday, and we had a great weekend, and it's been a decent day so far. A little bit of sprinkle, but tomorrow is a First Alert weather day. So let's get the details of your First Alert forecast. Here's what it looks like right now. From our First Alert, sky came in Tylertown. It is supposedly 70 degrees in Jackson. There is another sensor reading about 65. That seems a little more reasonable to me, because most of the rest of you are in the low to mid 60s.
Yeah. And tonight it's actually not going to be as cold, but it still will be in the low 50s. I don't know why it says clear skies. I guess that graphic didn't save. It's not going to be clear skies.
Cloudy.
It's going to be partly cloudy. The winds are going to pick up also. You can expect sustained winds from 20 to 25 miles an hour tomorrow, with wind gusts upwards of 40. And this is all ahead of the storm system tomorrow. We've got a wind advisory that will be in effect from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow. So something to keep in mind for the beginning of your day. It's definitely going to be a windy morning commute. So that's something to keep in mind as you get ready to head out the door.
Hold on to your hat, weather.
Yes. And then as we head into around 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, that's when we're expecting storms to start to move in, and they'll pretty much last through, again, 7 o'clock. So we do have an enhanced risk, which is a level 3 out of 5, pretty much for all of central and southwest Mississippi. Now, kind of have to take this with a grain of salt, because the main focus as of right now looks to be along and south of I-20. That looks to be where the most impactful weather will be as the system moves through tomorrow. But all modes of severe weather will be possible, especially damaging wind gusts and the potential for tornadoes.
Yeah, unfortunately. Now, even north of I-20, while it doesn't look like you guys are going to have the good ingredients for severe weather, it's still going to be rainy and windy. That, of course, will be impactful to you, but the severe threat is just not going to be as great up there. And we've got an hour-by-hour look for you. We do have good agreement on the timing now of this system. Now, remember last week we were trying to give you the first alert, and it was kept shifting around, but good agreement now that by about 1 or 2 o'clock, we start to see those strong to severe storms push across the Mississippi River. Heavy downpours, gusty winds will continue. And in these storms, we could see winds gust as high as 70 miles an hour outside of any, what's the word I'm looking for? Anomalies.
Yes. I was about to say it, and you kind of,
yeah.
Anyway.
I found it.
Yes.
So maybe making its way right here into the metro area, right along the I-55 corridor between 3 and 4 o'clock, and pushing out by 5 o'clock into East Mississippi at that time between 4 and 6 o'clock. It really is looking, by all accounts, like we're going to be done with any severe threat between 6 and 7 o'clock tomorrow. So that is good news, that it's no longer going to be an overnight event for you. You still need to have multiple ways to get warnings, and you still need to know where your safe place is, because this is going to be moving through during the workday for a lot of you. So know where your safe place is at your workplace or wherever you're going to be.
Yeah. And also for the evening commute. So especially if you're going to try to go home, maybe push it off for a little bit until the storms pass. This is looking like a fast moving system. So it's not going to be around for hours upon hours. It's going to be moving through pretty quickly. But if you are going to be traveling, or maybe just push that off as the system moves through. But here, just want to show you what the tornado energy is looking like. This is by around 1 o'clock. It's still a little bit on the upper end, not necessarily on the lower end, by around 1, 2 o'clock as that system moves through, continuing. Fast forward there. And then continuing through about 3, 4 o'clock, again, lining up pretty well with that line of storms, and then continuing to push further off to the east by around 5, 6 o'clock before things move on out for the rest of your Tuesday night. So the tornado energy, the ingredients, is going to be there for the potential of tornadoes, especially along and south of Highway 84. That's not to say a little further off to the north, there still could be some of that energy around for tornadoes to pop up. But again, as of right now, it does look a lot more concentrated along and south of Highway 84.
Yeah, so just make sure you have multiple ways to get warnings tomorrow. Be prepared anywhere across the area for the potential of severe weather, and we're going to watch it closely. We are going to warm up tomorrow afternoon ahead of this system. A warm front is going to lift in kind of overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. So temperatures will be into the low, maybe even mid 70s. It's kind of going to depend on how quickly that warm air can get here and how fast the system moves in to cool things back off, because behind it we are looking at a temperature drop. It is not anything really dramatic. It's just going to be a little bit cooler Wednesday and Thursday, and then by Friday, look at that, we're already warming back up. Back up.
Yes. And then we've got another chance for rain, I would say Friday night into Saturday. That will also drop our temperatures back to the 60s, upper 50s. But again, it doesn't last for very long because it's already going to be in the low 70s by this time next week. So just some brief cool downs throughout the middle of this week and into the weekend. But otherwise, temperature-wise, we're going to remain in the upper 50s to 70s for at least the foreseeable future.
Very springy.
Yes.
Out there.
Normal. It's right on time with March, I'll tell you that much.
Normal for this time of year is around 66 degrees. That's just the average of all of the weather records. You know that we typically do see lots of 70s, even some 80s as we head into March. So we've only got 2 comments here on our Facebook Live. We got Tiffany says hi. Hi, Tiffany. Jamie Lee Minshew, I have to be at work at 2 p.m. If you need to be at work at 2 p.m. and you live along the Mississippi River, I'd probably go in early so that you're not going to be driving as the storms are pushing in. I would really try to avoid being on the roads. Again, the timing is going to be between 1 and 2 o'clock along the Mississippi River, along the I-55 corridor between 3 and 5 o'clock. And then in East Mississippi, somewhere between 4 and about 6:30 tomorrow evening. So this is not an overnight event anymore. It is an afternoon event. So do keep that in mind as you get ready to do your afternoon plans tomorrow, because it's certainly going to be impactful to people trying to get out on the roads. We don't want you to be out on the road and a tornado warning pop up, because we do have good potential to see that, along with damaging wind gusts up to or even upwards of 70 miles an hour. So I'm agreeing with Laura here. Laura McKinnis says, everyone be safe. Retweet.
Yes. Repost.
Yeah, repost that.
But yes, so that's all we have for right now. We'll be on later on this afternoon and into this evening to give you more updates about the storms tomorrow. So until then, we will see you later.